I take any allegations seriously, and although she was kind of like vague and cryptic, there was just an overall tone to everything that was concerning. So I guess I just want to know a little bit more, and I have questions, you know? You are my boyfriend, I'm having your baby. I just don't want to be caught off guard.
Doesn't give me an excuse to be a toxic boyfriend. But me and Antoinette dated when I was 21. That was 13 years ago. And she was really my first relationship. So I really didn't know what I was doing.
Okay, I just need to know, like, what was the toxic stuff? What made you such a bad boyfriend to her?
When she says I was toxic, you know, the stuff she posted, she's probably talking about the times where I told her I didn't like when she partied, stayed out late. There were times I didn't like the way she dressed. I thought she dressed too provocative. I should have kept that to myself. There were times I got mad when I saw other men's names in her phone. Got jealous. I was controlling to an extent.
Don't take this the wrong way. It's just something I have to ask, and I need to know for my own psyche. Did you ever, like, hit her?
Absolutely not. I never laid a hand on her, and if I did, I would have told you. That's something I wouldn't lie about.
Okay. Did you ever, like, force anything on her? You know what I mean? Were you ever, like, aggressive in that way or anything?
Never. I was never like that. Everything that occurred between us, not that you want to think about any of that stuff, happened with consent. I was just controlling, toxic, not my best self. I can understand why she would hate me today. Again, to an extent, because there were good times.
Okay. Did you ever cheat on her?
No, I never cheated on her. And you say all these things like cheating, laying a hand on her, and I know those are like your worst ideas, but you can't dismiss the little things either. I don't even like calling them little things, because you had your marriage and you know what manipulation is like, you know what toxic behavior is like, and you can't dismiss those things.
Yeah, I mean, I consider it all bad, but those are obviously, like, I say those things because those are definite, I can't do this anymore type things. You know what I mean? And I don't want to be blindsided later with her coming out with something.
I was toxic in emotional ways. Again, she was my first relationship and I was 21. Not giving myself excuses, but I think I've learned a lot about myself since then. And I was never toxic in any physical way. And if she says that, she's lying about that.
Okay, I think I get it. You sound, I shouldn't compare you to Joey, but are there any other women that are gonna, like, come out with something with you?
Oh, after that relationship, I really did a deep dive on myself, took time to myself, went to school, had a few flings, and I think I learned how to be a human being, better human being, and then I met Shay. And that relationship with Shay, I was emotionally unavailable, but I wasn't the same guy that I was with Antoinette.
Okay, I mean, I feel a little bit better. I want to trust you, I do. It's just all so concerning. And I have this thing in me that can't easily just dismiss things.
Well, I told you everything. I'm an open book, and those are the only instances that I can think about that she may be referring to. And I don't dismiss any of them, but I do get angry that she's framing it in a way that makes me out to be someone who took my car and ran her down or something, you know?
I guess, when you didn't like the way she would dress, when you had an issue with that, and you say you were insecure about it, that bothers me a lot. So, what would you say? What were some of the things that you would say to her when you didn't like what she was wearing?
was an insecure kid and I didn't know how to be comfortable with certain feelings. So I would say things like, is that too much cleavage? Who are you trying to meet? Insecure crap. Things that didn't make our relationship pleasant. And I'm sure they hurt her. I get it.
Did you ever revert to name calling? Like, did you call her a slut or anything?
No, I never called her any names. I would just stop talking to her. And I think that emotionally did a number on her. Because the hot and cold stuff, it's not fun.
Alright, and I don't want you to be offended by any of this stuff. It's just, I would never in a million years put you in the category of toxic at all. I mean, at times I always wonder, like, wow, he's really nice, and I consider you perfect in a lot of ways. So you can't blame me for sitting here and wondering when the other shoe is going to drop. And then when I just see, like, the shoe swinging, which is what happened online, you know, like, obviously I'm going to be concerned by that.
Well, I can't control how you feel, and I can't control how you take that information. I can only control how I treat you. And I hope that I've treated you satisfactorily to this point. I never want to revert back to the person I used to be, and I haven't been that person for 13 years.
No, it's just all very tough because you're around my son. We were gonna move in. This just shakes things up a little bit for me.
Can you just understand that it really sucks for me that you doubt everything because of what one person says? And then I sit here and I explain everything to you, hold nothing back, and you still look at me like I'm a different person.
I know you think I'm old and I don't know much about men, but guys like him always have something to hide. Guys like him? What do you exactly mean by that, Mom? What do you mean, guys like him? He's nice. He is. And I like that he takes care of you and he's attentive to you, but there is something called too nice that raises red flags. I never really see any flaws on him, that's all. As your mother, it's a little concerning. So just be honest, just by the way you're talking and doubting him and everything. Do you like low-key hate him? Is that it? Do you not like him? No, but I'm not running to give him any hugs right now after reading what that girl wrote about him. Well, I spoke with Brian and I don't know, I believe him and I'm not happy with who he was in that relationship, and I think they had a terrible relationship. I just wonder, why is she doing this? Like, what is her goal? Is it to just show people that he's not who he says he is? Because when he's with me, he is who he says he is. I don't know, I'm conflicted. I grew up in a generation that didn't have things like this. We did, but not like this. And even I've learned that you can't be dismissive like that. You have to at least listen to what she's saying. I think Brian validated everything that she said. I think he admitted to everything, but she also hasn't gone in any detail. He went into more detail, and I don't know, I think I know him. Be honest though, do you feel like he lied about any of the things that he told you? You asked him those questions, but did he lie about any of them? I believe him, but there's that doubt. I do wonder if he did other things. Well, I did do some research because I felt like something like this would come up. Serafina Town does offer lie detector tests for $500, and all the proceeds go to charity. Okay, Mom, I appreciate the suggestion, but I am not coming to Brian with a lie detector test. He would be offended.
I have no problem taking a lie detector test. I'll take one. I'll even pay for it. Said it was $500.
Wow, okay. Do you understand why though? Like, I'm not just throwing this at the wall like a crazy person. I hope you understand why I'm suggesting this.
I do get it. As much as I don't like being compared to your ex-husband, I know where you came from. I know you have to trust me. I know what these allegations did to you, so I have no problem taking a lie detector test.
It's just a cosmetic thing. I hope you know at the end of the day, like, I still love you and I still trust you.
I mean, you say that, but if you did trust me, you wouldn't want me to take a lie detector test.
Ryan, see, I don't want this to make...
It's okay. Look, I told you everything, and I'm an open book. But if you need a lie detector test, then that's fine. If I pass, which I will, I do want something in return from you. And I want no questions asked when I bring it up.
Okay, whatever you want. What is it? What do you want me to do? Or what do you want?
Not really gonna say until after the test.
I thought you trusted me.
It's funny, isn't it, how that works?
Alright, that's fair.